Brad here from the Lost River Survival YouTube channel. Join me on this solo adventure as I see some wild deer, find some wild mushrooms, cook some delicious meals over an open fire, use the new bush hog that we purchased to create some trails so we can get to the deer in hunting season, and of course, there's always wood to chop. Enjoy the adventure.
Just got to the cabin. Uh, can't find my headlamps, but found the flashlights. So, as you can see, it's kind of hard to see. I don't know how to do the light here. We do it scary ghost style or cabin style to try and give the best light. That might be the best right there. Anyways, it is almost 9 o'clock. I left the house around 5 o'clock, and it's probably closer to 4:30, and made my way down here. Had some stops. Had to get some extra stuff from Walmart. Trying to really set up the cabin. Should be here for the next 3 to 5 days, just depending on how long I want to stay. And it's just me. The wife is at home. The kids are at home, so I am here to do quite a bit of work this weekend. I brought the bush hog with me, and the chainsaw, and the weed eater, tools. I've got all kinds of stuff. So just getting settled in for the night, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Good night. Well, that was entertaining. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I cut off that last video kind of quick and told you good night. There was a car pulling into the driveway. So the drive, or the road, is right next to our cabin. We're not very far back. And saw a truck pull in. No, just headlights originally. So I went out the door, made sure I had my protection with me, went out the door, and then the blue and red lights, not flashing, but just stationary blue and red lights came on. And I got to meet one of our Indiana DNR officers, who actually lives right down the road, and stopped to check in. He said, "Hey, I heard this place sold. Are you the new owner?" And I said, "Yeah," and introduced myself. We chatted for a few minutes. He was just checking in. He said he'd never seen a light up here after 8 o'clock at night, and this cabin has been empty for a long time. So it was nice to get his information. He gave me his business card. Now I know who to call if I have any issues, need any help, or have any emergencies out here. So now I'm going to get ready for bed, read a little bit.
Just woke up a few minutes ago. And it's pretty cold in the cabin. It's I got most of the windows open. Started off the night with a little battery-powered DeWalt fan because it was so hot, and just a sheet. And I had to get up my sleeping bag, my Nemo sleeping bag. This thing is super warm. He took care of me, so gonna get up, get some coffee, do the morning stuff. But coffee's next.
So I'm out splitting wood for, breakfast. Check out what's across the way.
Nothing beats bread on a cast iron pan in the fire, except for maybe the sausage. Let's see how this tastes. It's awesome. Delicious. What a great breakfast. What a great way to start the day. Got to see a doe, big doe, when I came out to use the restroom this morning, just at the end of our drive. And then our road is right there, but there was a small doe, less than a year old, that was in the field across from us. So still had spots. They were starting to fade out. She was by herself. Pretty cool to see, though. This is good. My camping's hot. The rest of it just rolled down the hill.
After such a good breakfast, I got to clean up. On an off-grid cabin, you don't have any running water, so I bring water from home in these big basic jugs, and this is how we wash our dishes. This is also how we shower. In a prior video, I show you how we shower outside in the back. One interesting thing, that coffee cup should be full. I actually, when I made this cup of coffee, it was so hot, I guess the cup couldn't take it and it cracked, and coffee basically went everywhere. So the jet boil over here, I guess, just got a little too hot. So now that breakfast is out of the way, coffee, small amount of coffee that I got, I'm going to move the truck forward here so I can get the bush hog back. My buddy Nick and I bought this bush hog so we could both use it on both of our properties, and this is the first run with it on this off-grid property. So going to get up in the truck here, take out the other stuff, and add the weed eater in there. Some other items that I needed to unload first. Using truck ramps is how I'm going to get this out. Works pretty well. And you're getting ready to see me pull those out of the truck bed here. And these are just aluminum. I think they're 7 foot. Pretty lightweight, pretty easy to use. Never used truck ramps before. This is my first time with them. They're a few $100s at Lowe's, and they absolutely work great. So I had to move the truck forward again because I didn't pull it up far enough. I didn't think I could get the bush hog all the way back. So sometimes it's a learning experience when you're doing things for the first time, and I'm definitely doing ramps for the first time. I did load this and unload it at home. So followed the manual, figured out how to put it on the truck bed or the tailgate of the truck and back it out, back it off of the truck, and then put it back on. So just straightening them up here and tightening those straps down to make sure it doesn't move when I come down. So gotta get the strap off of here. There's some stuff still in there. Those are some styrofoam piping for the deer stands, so I can quiet them up just a little bit. And here I'm just getting all this stuff out of the way because gotta get the strap off of there before we can back it down. And really with this bush hog, I'm gonna create some trails for the property, not only for deer hunting. So, you know, you hit a deer and chase it down and then drag it down the trail to get it back, but also for my wife and kids to be able to hike the property, or family and friends when they come down to visit. So bush hog starts super easy. And walking this out is a little bit sketchy when you're first doing it. So you can see I'm being real careful here. I am by myself. And one of the things you want to do when you're by yourself is make sure you're extra safe. So that way you don't hurt yourself out in the middle of nowhere. You're going to have to call for help. So I'm going to back this bush hog out, and then we're going to get started. And the first part of this project is going to be bush hogging down the driveway. I want to make some extra space for other vehicles. We are planning on a camping trip with family and friends in October. I want to make sure that we've got plenty of space, and I'm going to clean up around the outhouse so it's not as tricky to get to. You don't have to walk through so many tall weeds, and nobody wants to use a portalet anyways, but or an outhouse, but definitely not when you have to walk through weeds that are as tall as your face. So I'm going to clear this out. This could also be a parking area, kind of where I'm going through right here. It is part of the driveway. As you can see, there's some gravel there, and this bush hog is a Gator bush hog, and it's a walk behind. Has two triggers on it that you pull, and one is to go forward, one is to go backward, and then there's a latch that you hold on to. As I just let go there, that's what actually kick starts the blade. So you can see as I do this, I mean, it makes simple work out of any trees up to 3-inch saplings that are like 15 feet tall. It just goes right through, which is exactly what I needed for this property. We really needed a way to get around without walking through tick-infested grass. And as you can see, I'm still clearing out around that portalet. I really want to make this accessible. The inside of that portalet's pretty scary. I don't think I show you guys in the video, but maybe next time I'm down there we can show you what the inside looks like. It is a little creepy in there. Previous owners said they did have it serviced every so often. There is a company that does that, so who knows, maybe we'll use it. Right now we're just using the woods and digging a hole. So when you live off grid and or you live a weekend off grid, you have to come up with ways to use the bathroom, water, electricity, things like that. So different views here. There's some big trees around this outhouse as you're getting ready to see. Again, just trying to clear it out because I don't want anybody to be uncomfortable to go use this thing. So I'm going to take down this sapling right there. Pretty satisfying to do. Feels pretty good when you're using the bush hog. And this thing was a beast all weekend. You're going to see here in a little bit when I do the trails that this thing is just, it can destroy whatever's in your way up to 3 inches across. Made that tree look like it was nothing, and then I just come out on the other side. So I'm going to clear it up a little bit more right here to make sure that, again, there's a little bit of extra parking. You can see the driveway's pretty clear right here. I do want to get up by the fire pit a little bit, but I'll probably use the weed eater to clear that out, as the bush hog is really used to get the bigger stuff. So no mower or anything, just a bush hog and a weed eater this weekend. I don't know that I'll ever put a lawnmower down here, as the bush hog does such a good job. So I'm going to take it, and we're getting ready to go and start the trail. And this is uphill. It doesn't look as steep as it is. And right now I'm just doing single because I think that's going to be enough. Turns out there's lots of briars, and my hands just got poked there. I was real thrilled with that, as you could probably imagine. And as I get up a little bit further here, I'm like, whoop, I gotta stop and go get some gloves. So this is a tick mitt. It's like a microfiber mitt. I'm gonna wipe off my gloves first, make sure there's nothing creepy crawling on there. These guys were on Shark Tank. They're not a sponsor or anything. I just saw it and I thought, man, that's a good idea. I hate ticks. So what you do is you put it on like a glove and you just rub yourself down. And it's good for dogs, good for animals. Just, this only works on ticks if they aren't already in, you know, they haven't bitten you. These are free form, but that's all you do is just rub, and the microfiber that grab, so far I think that tick repel that we're using, tick defense, is probably working. Let's see, anything on there? There's a little bit of bugs and stuff. Seeds. It might be a tick right there. I don't think so though. Nope, that's just a thorn. So we'll take off this other glove. And once I can figure out how to get it off, I'll go ahead and check my arms. Switch hands. And when you're done and you got ticks on this glove, you put it in a dryer bag and throw it in your dryer. It kills everything. So, I don't know, I'll tell you what though, I've been thorned about 50 times. That's no fun. It's worth it though to get these trails cleaned up. So let's see, anything? Nope, no ticks, that's good. That means they're not out and about. Once we use the tick knit gloves, you can see I'm kind of going back and I'm winding this up a little bit. I do have the gloves on. I'm still single line at this point, but you'll see me walk it backwards and then kind of go up again. I'm going to make most of this trail 2 to 3 of these sweeps wide, and that is really to keep the grass out of your face. It's, you know, to keep the briars from hitting you. A lot of the spots, if I make them wide, it's because the briars are so bad. And they poked me in the hands and they got a hold of me. So here I run into an issue. I run into a big log. This is just up. I've been bush hogging for about an hour right now. And I run into this log. So got my splitting axe, got my hatchet. We're gonna go up and see if we can remove that log so we can continue bush hogging. At this point, I've already tried to saw this tree with the chainsaw. The battery was running low, so that's why I decided to get out the axe and the hatchet. I'd cut 2 different strips side by side, and here I am hitting it with the axe. Really just trying to get as far down as I can and take out some chunks here. What I'm really wanting to do is ease it up so that way I can get the saw back down in there and hopefully run it with the chainsaw. That's a lot of work. Hopefully we don't have any more down trees. That is not fun. Battery kept running out on me, so I'm going to try to ramp this and see what happens. It's a little too tall to go over, but if we put something up there to help it get over, it might not be. So back to the chainsaw I go, and I'm on the other side of the tree now, and it's getting pretty close to the bottom, and I can start to feel it getting really close, and hey, I hit a rock or something because I saw the spark. Alright, now we're working. Oh, I heard it and I saw it move. Yeah!
We did it! Oh my goodness. Look at that big old log. Just turn inside here.
Back to the bush hog we go. We can go right through that little gap that we cut out of that tree there, and there is just a lot of grass along this path here. You're going to see me just plowing over tons of grass. There are some trees in here, but most of this grass is about 6 feet tall. Some of it goes up to 10 feet. There are spots that you get tripped up in and you kind of drop and kind of falls off to the side a little bit. So I'm trying to be real careful. I probably should have worn some type of snake pants. I did see a snake on this trip, just one. Right there, the briars caught my hand there, and then it killed the engine. So I end up getting to the end of the grass line, and there's a rattling in the trees that I'm concerned with. At this point, I'm thinking it could be a timber rattlesnake, which we do have in Indiana. So I'm going to go ahead and trim up this branch.
The longer the better, huh?
Really all I want this branch for is to move some stuff around and make sure that there's nothing there that's gonna jump out and bite me. No snakes. You can see I'm just kind of wiggling it in there. What I think this turned out to be, there was a leaf and it was shaking. You can kind of see it in the video there. It's kind of really hard to see with the GoPro. But I think it was some type of cicada that was caught in there that was fluttering its wings and just shaking a whole bunch. So really all I wanted to do was make sure it wasn't anything unsafe and kind of kick it out of my way. So I continue to cut up through these thick trees and briars here. There you can see it shaking a little bit more. It's real weird. And need to get through there because that's up to the tree stands on the north side, and I want to make sure I can get there.
All right. Show you guys what's been done. Really had to be 2-3 wide to make sure all the grass doesn't hit you in the face. Got all the little ticks dangling off of there. So far the rappel has worked really well at rappelling, hence the name. I've rubbed the tick mitt on me a few times, found nothing. So what I did is I made a path through here. Some of this was bedding, but there is some thick stuff on both sides of this. And I think what will actually happen is the deer will start to bed to the left and to the right. There wasn't a ton of beds in here, maybe 2-3 that I saw today. Then they'll use this as a highway to the watering hole. So there's a watering hole at the very, very end of this. I think it's a spring-fed watering hole. We haven't confirmed yet. Be great if it is. It always has water, so can't imagine it's not. But what's great about this, it allows me to put some stands in different places if I ever choose to. I mean, could you imagine being over here and deer just walking right here? Hopefully flushing them that way. We have a lot of deer on this property, so it'd be interesting to see how they treat this. The owner before me said if you mow it, it's like a little highway for them. 2 of the stands surround the watering hole. That makes perfect sense. There's actually part of a bed earlier right there. So you can see the deer laid down in there. You can see how thick it is. I didn't go this way. Maybe we'll do that next year because it's really thick that way. And what I did is came up this, so it's a nice cool little path for the wife and kids. It is a massacre to get through here. So had to cut that out. I don't know what it is.
And you see where everything got chewed up by the tires, but relatively clean once you get up here. There's a deer trail right here. So we have another tree stand on the south end of the property. This I found out from the previous owner. I said, hey, I don't know where this is at. And he said, go out to the road, go all the way down to your last no trespassing sign, go up the hill, and it's about halfway up. So I'm gonna go see if I can find it. My battery's low, so you may not get to see it until I get there. I'm on a huge deer trail right now. I've never seen this side of our property. It is gorgeous over here. Tons of deer trails. I mean, just everywhere. Oh my goodness. I am not sure what those are, but there's a lot. They could be fake chanterelles. They could be jack-o'-lantern. Still out looking for this elusive tree stand. You can see that through there? That is definitely a dead deer. Some variety. Oh yeah, that's a big girl. Okay. Made it back to the tree stand, but to check it, it's in pretty good condition. There are a ton of pawpaw trees around here, even some with fruit that I can't get them to knock down. This would be a great spot once we get it cleaned up. There's a lot of cleanup in front of this, unless we just shoot rifle from here. So back at camp, I went ahead and made some dinner. It's pork and beans and some apple sausages. It's a fantastic meal. As I'm eating and finishing up this video, just wanted to let everybody know that I lost quite a bit of footage on this trip. I'm new to YouTube, new to the GoPro, and at the end of this video, it's just going to cut out with me eating corn. But if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you watching and enjoying the adventure. There are more to come, videos on the Lost River Survival Outdoor channel. Right now, we're just trying to get the cabin ready, set up for hunting season, for trails, so we can enjoy it as a family. And it's a beautiful piece of property, and I'm really glad that we bought it. And like I said, I'm really glad that you guys joined me for this journey and you've made it this far. I'm going to make some corn on the cob over the fire. I've never done it before. I've seen it, where they wrap it in aluminum foil and then kind of throw it over the fire, and it's going to be delicious. But if you like these videos, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as I'll be putting out videos probably once a month as we go to the property. Wow. I don't think I've ever cooked corn over the fire. I've seen people do it. They roll it in aluminum, throw it in the fire. This is so good.